This is dumb. It did take me most of the time that I was at Starbucks, other than the broken window situation. Most of my time at Starbucks was spent waiting on a download to get finished. I did let Lewis and them know that my predators, some of them was here, so I'm gonna be recording, and of course I'm not gonna try to hide that from people. I've had enough issues with being abused and assaulted and so on and so forth to know that, yeah, sometimes life just happens, and sometimes the cops need to do their jobs. I'm glad the cops came out this time, and I'm glad it wasn't anything major. Other than the fact that my window is wide fucking open. Oh! I guess that's it. Oh! I am going to make sure that I record it, because I got to. I got to walk right past the guy, so we'll go the long way around. And of course, this does suck, but it's also necessary. And of course, I'll go sit down at the table by myself.
Hey, Sean.
Bonjour.
How you doing? How was your birthday?
It was better than my last one's.
Right on.
Thank you, Robert. All right, Robbie. I'm not sure where to sit, because I don't know where Molly's sitting, but I don't want to sit with her. That would be a bad idea.
He loves it out there. He's going to be getting married.
Yes, ma'am.
Just ignore him. These are the cows.
We got the Taj Mahal of tables now. As we got the Taj Mahal of tables now, half the seats in the building are here. I don't think there's quite 12, but we can still eat our last supper.
Yep.
From what I understand, he's a maintenance guy.
So,
All right.
I'm not, but
I think so.
You will be.
did you really get beat up the other day?
No.
All right, I'm glad that's just true.
No, I got punched. But trust me, when I walked up to him,
Father in heaven, thank
I
you
was
so
still be able to
much.
give him
It's
a
been a pleasure today and come here this
Oh, it
evening
sucks getting hit.
to enjoy the fellowship and the food that's been provided here. The people have
I believe you.
made it for us, you guys prepared for us. We just pray, Father, for the Spirit of the church. Everyone here realizes how important they are to you. We pray for fellowship together.
You're still a person.
Yeah, I hope so. I really would rather be just a family man. You know, that's what I want to be because, well, I don't know. Yeah.
That ain't so easy to do.
I just think I gotta get rid of human brain.
Have you heard anything from Brisa?
I think she went back to Vegas. Just better. I think she's just screaming to, you know, just to show her face. And she'll show up again. I know that. I see her in everything. I see her in everybody. All my friends and family. I see a whole lot of people. Yep, sure do.
I started recording at the feeds over the lady named Molly, but when you were yelling at me those times and those other folks, that's real scary for me. So
that's why you get paid triple.
well, I don't hate you. I hold no hatred at all.
Well, I don't mean to scare anybody. I mean to enforce only God's law. And that is the Ten Commandments. The first one is love. But be quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to anger. Slow to anger, slow to speak.
Violence is rarely the answer, but when it is the answer, it's the only answer.
Unfortunately, yes. And I'd rather just give a, give a
I
hug.
had a lot of people told me I should have just beaten me up and this, that, and the other. I hate violence. That is the furthest thing from what I want ever.
You want a haircut now?
A haircut is definitely more worthwhile than getting assaulted or assaulting other people.
I don't even have to do anything. Yeah, yes. Changing your mind, buddy? You're starting to change. Deceit is unwelcome. I see you. Thank you. Thank you. Now you have everything playing across your window. And now I do know what you mean. You know what I want. Water? You know, all of it.
Hello, Gary.
Gary, we're gonna get help. Lever yourself straight.
How you doing?
I'm not as pretty as I was yesterday, thank goodness.
I never refer to myself as pretty.
Well, yesterday was the best birthday I've had in probably a decade.
That's good. That's good.
Yep. Nobody got killed. Nobody disappeared.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
How old does that make you now?
260. No, I'm 42.
42.
42.
Well, you're younger than me. I'm in my mid-50s.
And you still got more teeth than I do. I got literally none. Which is funny because after I got my teeth taken out, the police assaulted me and claimed I tried to bite them. That's all right, though. I'm still smarter than the average bear. I should move to Jellystone National Park, put on a bear suit, pretend I'm in a cartoon. I figure if everyone wants to pretend I'm delusional and schizophrenic, I might as well act the part.
Okay, baby. Let's get a picnic basket. People ask me how old I am. I tell them I'm so old that my cat has gray hair.
I tell them I'm too. We're too old to be hanging out with you.
Too old.
Oh crap. Why didn't anybody tell me the hot water was hot?
I'm old enough to know better than too young to give a shit.
Alright, so I can blame me burning my tongue for me being an idiot on you. That is good to know. We must be in the United States of America. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go see if they have any more hot chocolate through the bun.
Oh, I thought you wanted cheese. Do you want anything else other than cheese on your hot dog? Come over here, please. We can get the packets. If you want cheese, you're welcome. You guys need them too.
I was, but I'm also not going to complain about you not having any because I happen to know there's kids in Africa that would be happy to get water.
Yeah. But I do help lemonade. The rest have water. Have hot water for coffee, tea.
You mean life gives me all these lemons and now I have to just keep on holding on to them until they get rotten because you already made the lemonade? Alright. I'll forgive you. Thank you.
Any salad? You want some
Well, that's a rather strange thing for somebody to say. He just said 8 duffel bags, 8 heads in a duffel bag in his trunk.
He's always good.
Well, if they find heads in his duffel bag, it's not so scary when he's talking to himself, but it's really freaky when he's getting up in your face accusing you of doing stuff you didn't do.
Or that's physically impossible to do.
Yes, that too. That's why it's nice to be around people who are aware of the feller. That allows me some insight.
I just went to Goodwill today, and I bought myself Bluetooth speaker.
That is a friggin' Bluetooth headdress. My God, that is half of a robot right there.
That there, I wasn't expecting it to work. I plugged it in, that damn thing works perfectly. Except it's a Japanese.
Ah, hello, Moto.
Bluetooth on ready to pass. Yeah.
Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
That is freaky.
That's a Japanese accent.
Why would they do that?
It's a Japanese made. Made in Taiwan.
Nah, if it was made in Taiwan, you could fix it with a hammer.
Oh yeah. Also those who made it.
Well, that line is so massive.
I know. I don't think there's going to be any seconds left.
I'm not sure if there's going to be any firsts. but at least I get to get familiar with some of the other humbugs.
Well, me, I'm looking at getting out of here in a couple of months, going home to North Carolina.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of North Carolina. I liked it, but the segregation there is creepy. It's one thing having racism in Chapel, Nebraska, where there's no black people or Mexicans really, so I mean, who's going to be the target of it? It's another thing to go to an area that's supposedly not segregated anymore and to eat lunch with a whole bunch of black folks while all the white folks sit over and have lunch in a different area. That's because all the black folks were the laborers and all the white folks were the managers. I was the only white guy there to work. Cleaned up Hurricane Matthew in October of 2016, North Carolina.
Well, there's a group there that is comprised of all the military snipers, because Fort Bragg is right next to Fayetteville, so that's where they train it. And these guys will sit around at the table and talk about the different weapons they're coming up with, different firearms. They had to ban the guys from talking about guns.
Really?
It was making people nervous.
Why don't we just give everybody a Remington 700 and call it even?
I want a Barrett 50 caliber.
I'd rather take a Remington 700. They're more accurate. You can't reach out as far, and they're not as good for anti-ordnance, but most of the stuff I'd be shooting with a Remington 700 would explode if I hit it with a 50 caliber. So I'm going after dinner.
Butter for your potatoes?
I like the Barrett 50 caliber because I shoot mice with it.
Barrett M82A1. Well,
Was that 500 caliber?
Smith & Wesson.
Yeah, it scared everyone at Cabela's and workers. They couldn't believe it.
You realize
Chapel, Nebraska is where Cabela's started.
the first rail guns were attached to the deck of a battleship out in the ocean, and now they're handheld.
That's weird. I was trying to get.
I know, because some people have six to go.
I got two. We'll get up there. We'll get in line, bro.
Well, I'm gonna. I'm waiting until Molly sits down because I don't want to be that close to her.
Here in 2 months, I head out for North Carolina. It's just if I get my disability checks in. Otherwise, I got no way to afford it.
That's one thing I explain on my YouTube channel a lot. Most of the people are out here because of abuse. Some of that is financial abuse. They're injured and they're not getting the assistance they need. There's people out here that they're too broke to do the workman's comp thing. I'm like, how's that even possible? Oh, well, I'm too broke to go to work. To get that stuff, and I got to wait for it through the mail, and then of course there's all the 10,000 stuff to go through with that. And then they set you up for an appointment, but then the letter that tells you that you have your appointment shows up 2 weeks after the appointment was already scheduled. So then you missed your appointment by 2 weeks by the time you find out you had an appointment.
Here's one they pulled on me. They sent me a letter setting up the appointment, and in the same envelope was a letter canceling it.
Oh, that's friggin' useful.
Wait a minute.
Of course, you don't matter, you're broke. On the bright side, that means just about anybody can victimize you and get away with it.
Well, think about this. If you were on SSI and you won the lottery, the U.S. government could take your lottery win because of all the SSI checks they pay you.
Is there someone there?
Welcome to Kids.
Kids? You mean the movie about AIDS?
I don't want my
It sounded like you said "Welcome to Kids," like the movie about AIDS.
No, the kids spilling everything everywhere.
Oh, oh, there are kids here. Yeah.
That's what kids do. I got a few of them.
That's why children are the reason why men have invented trank guns. Why men have created tranquilizer guns. Keep telling the kid, get out of this, get out of that, get out of this, get out of that. Okay.
I thought trank guns were for when Uncle Murphy is too drunk to shut up.
See,
All right, somebody had better knock him out before he passes out in the soup bowl.
She cuts up, and it tells me she needs to go to sleep.
Well, it looks like I can go stand in line now. Gary?
Yes, John.
Oh, I'm a big scary bear. Do you believe me?
You're fuzzy?
I am Fuzzy. And Fuzzy Wuzzy,
Yeah.
he was a bear.
My grandfather used to tell me this one. See, what? Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. So Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he?
That depends on how dirty his mirror is. I think I'll sit down for a minute. It looks like the line's still pretty prevalently long.
Yeah, there's a lot of people here tonight.
I'm half asleep, but I'm still trying to use big words.
Okay. Looks like you get quite a bit of food tonight, so maybe we won't run out.
I hope not.
Yeah, because you're at the end of the line. That's not good.
Oh, that's right. I don't mind sitting and being patient when there's people in line that I have issues with that have threatened violence against me or threatened to kill me. I figure it's a good idea to sit and wait and take my time and go up and get whatever's still there.
Just leave some space. Huh?
Yep, it's better than getting into a altercation at a church. And it's better than having people in close proximity to me pretending like I've done something because I was in close proximity.
Well, we just want you to enjoy the night and hope you feel safe here.
I don't, but it's all right. That's why I record. It was my birthday yesterday.
It was what day?
It was my birthday yesterday. I'm 42.
Seriously? Wow.
Yeah, I'm an old fart
birthday.
now.
That's very cool.
The sad thing is, I thought when I turned 40 that magically being over the hill and all that I was going to get all gray hair, and it just didn't happen that way. All right, I didn't really think that. I was just hoping.
My birthday's next month.
Yeah.
The 10th, yeah.
Oh my God, you people have birthdays?
We do.
Good to know.
You want to keep having birthdays. It's good for your health.
Well, that's not what my grandma said. She said that she stopped having birthdays at 16.
Yeah. Who's counting, huh?
Right? Well, everything that she was interested in, it became legal when she was 16. She wanted to be a NASCAR driver.
Okay.
Now you got to be, what, 21 in some states to get a driver's license?
I don't know what it is anymore. I just had mine renewed. Mine expires next month, so I went and went through the paperwork and eye test and everything, got my new license, but it hasn't got here yet.
Well, I ended up busting a window on my vehicle today. Had to call the cops because I was pretty sure somebody chucked something through my window. But they went and checked the security cameras at Denny's, and the officer said that it was my exploding coffee cup. I was like, nobody's gonna believe that story,
That's different. I haven't heard that one.
right?
Take care. All right, Larry. Take care.
Yeah, I did something dumb. Yeah. And then I come back in.
Yeah. What you got?
Hot dog? 2?
Thank you.
Okay, do you want to lays that way? 2 to go. Okay.
Well, I was patient, and there's enough food that I feel like it was a good choice to be patient.
I agree, Sean, very much. How are you doing?
Not good, but not dead.
We didn't have any food yet?
Not yet.
Oh, good.
My window exploded.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, it exploded.
That was a 10, man.
I was over there and at the Denny's, and I thought somebody chucked something at it because it exploded in.
Yes, he did.
But the cop, he said that he went and checked it on the video camera, and it was my coffee cup exploding.
What kind of coffee cup?
It's one of them thermos types.
It could have. It could have.
Well, it doesn't show any signs of being exploded, but that doesn't mean that it didn't build up pressure and pop like that.
Told you.
Okay. Sorry. On the side. Potato. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Too bad it didn't happen when you got me here.
I think it's gonna be delicious. I'm kind of excited about it. I kind of love it that it's genius to do the cheese and the
Right out quick.
Okay.
Quick. I didn't
Here's this
die.
one for you. Brandy will serve some squash for her.
This reminds me of a movie. And I get to tend the rabbits.
Get you. Lobster, potatoes.
Just kick the damn
Is
rabbit.
that gravy? Okay.
It'd be nice if we could get people to get all educated. I got me my grade 3.
I think we're out of buns, so you get a hot dog on
Me too. It took me 6 years to finish college. That 2-year degree.
Cheese on your gravy?
That is some single mama stuff there.
That is, it is, it is. That's what I was doing, exactly.
Yeah.
How'd you guess?
I'm supposed to be an idiot, but I'm not.
You're not malfunctioning. Malfunctioning? Malfunctioning?
You want a hot dog on the side as well? Okay. Do any squash? Here we go. Okay, what can I get you? Oh, you. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to go?
Yes.
Okay, are we doing the same thing? On both, on both of them?
This will be the knockoff.
Okay, couple hot dogs.
Yeah, the other one, yeah.
Do you want, so, two
They got a lot this time. They sure did a good job. And he won.
Okay, what else do you want in here?
Yeah.
You want some,
An old man was like, oh, get it all inside. We had to use two cards. Be careful with the
all right, for here to go. Okay. And then what can we get you? We have potatoes, some hot dogs, some chili, some cheese. All right on. Yeah. Okay, well, good part. Oh, it's a separate one. It's all on it with stuff.
And she's sitting there, she turns, starts
That actually worked out.
I know I need to fix some chili.
her husband was washing up, he was washing the
Getting that one. Okay, for here?
I went to the website because I got 2 chili dogs.
Okay.
But I would like something
For here, I'm gonna hand this to you. Yep, you can do that as well. Take this one so I don't forget. So you want some potatoes? Okay, do you want anything on your potatoes?
I want green.
Okay, and then do you want?
Oh, that bag is
No, it's still food, and I'm going to bring
Oh, no.
Awesome.
What kind of teas are you guys on?
I don't know. I like the berry one.
I'm gonna make a soup. I think that is supposed to be delicious. Yeah, I brought some pumpkins. I think I'm gonna make a pumpkin something. That sounds yummy. So I have no
I have not seen
Okay. What can I get for you?
Do you guys have any food?
Fresh out.
All right.
No food.
Well, in that case, when you get some in, Operation Dumbo Drop it. Some kids in North Korea for me.
Is this to go for them?
For here.
Those are vegan, those are beef. Do you want to start with some hot dogs, potatoes, squash, back for round 2?
I'll take the squash, the wieners, and the taters.
What can we get you?
I'm still probably gonna beat her talking about it.
That's really good.
Take it, you're at a bun.
I don't think I remember.
That's all right.
I know, I think that.
I lost mine too.
Oh.
Yeah, I worked out too much and walked too far.
Do you want some chili on this? Chili potatoes?
Sure.
Sure, yeah, I eat it that way. So you go for the right sauce.
Yeah, you want some cheese on it?
Yes, please. It's like mixing.
And could I get some taters and brown gravy?
Brian's pretty good.
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Is it okay if I do that right there?
You may.
Or you want another you want another plate?
Yes, please.
No, I'm gonna mix it all up, all shepherd pie style.
We're talking about sriracha. I mean, put sriracha in it. You can put soy sauce in it.
Okay. Anything else? Do you want some cheese on this with some chips? Do you want
Nah, but thank you anyway. I got no teeth.
avocado cheese sauce?
Guacamole? Heck yeah.
Yeah, that guacamole is good.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Want me to throw some on the cheese
Forget
sauce?
about Subway
Yes.
guacamole.
Is that enough?
Eat fresh, yes ma'am. No, thank you. I don't have the teeth to eat it, but thank you anyway. I do want the cutlery here.
These are soft. They're pomegranate jam bar.
Ah,
So you might be able to eat that.
I got a toe with part of that
The
name.
muffins should be soft as well.
I'm just kind of putting it on.
Do you need any
No.
Hungarian?
Very and what?
You need help carrying stuff.
Oh, carrying stuff. No, I'm good. Thank you.
You got it, Sean?
Yes, sir. You know what I just realized? I am yet again the best looking man in the room. Hey, that's my ego. It must be right.
We stripped one out. We converted the bottom of the bottom of it was frosted. Then it goes into solid about another 5 minutes. And after that, it's all done. So I don't know. Still have one step to take off. That's what he It's work. It's something. Yeah, it's not much, but yeah, I should tell you.
Here we go. They say hot dogs are a good survival food, and they go good with just about anything.
I don't know. I prefer to throw them in the creek and see if they can swim first. And then they're cool dogs.
They're cool dogs. But you still gonna eat. You know the dog you don't want to eat is the one that fetches money. Well, you don't want to eat that.
I think it's. We haven't been to the place and watched movies for so long. We have a portable TV, but watch it so much.
You guys notice these portable DVD players are so good? Comes with a remote control. And you figure, close to the thing while you're watching.
It makes the work better.
I just wondered why you were remote control for the TV. That's a good idea. With a screen only like this.
That's why people had kids in the 80s. Hey, you, go change the channel.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's why I have
Pretty good then.
It's okay. And you know why they got kids in the 80s? Because there was nothing on TV to watch.
Yes, there was. There was Channel 2, Channel 3, and Channel 11. For some odd reason, Channel 13 never worked. Channel 1 never worked either. So we had 3 channels in the 1980s. One of them was Blinky's Fun Club. That wasn't the channel, that was just Saturday morning. Blinky's Fun Club.
This is Nebraska.
Colorado.
Here was the Rambling Garage Show.
Denver too, 7 and 11.
You realize that guy started out.
What show is this?
Rambling Garage Show. He plays Saturday morning cartoons. He's always telling the kids in the bandstand, ready for another cartoon? Here we go. And this guy didn't like kids. But his fiance wanted kids. we had to learn. Perfect how to deal with it. There's one far side picture that shows a person walking into the door. A woman with her face in her hand, she was on a motorbike. Cop standing there with his notebook. And the caption of it says, sorry, I didn't know how late I was till I see my picture on the back of the
Well, that's kind of sad because there's too many.
It is just, you figure these kids are late, extremely late. They know it's supposed to be in by what, 6? The kid doesn't come back till 6 o'clock. I would worry more if it was a teenage girl. But, I didn't even know.
You know, Sean,
Good morning. All right.
what's the sandwiches around there? They're always good for breakfast or whatever. They didn't run out of food tonight.
Robert Farnsworth tonight talking about 8 heads in a duffel bag. I'm sure that makes everyone feel comfortable. Pretty big duffel bag if you got 8 heads in it. People's idea of help was to put more shit on top of my fucking plate. That don't help anybody. Fuck this goddamn country and everyone in it, right? Fuck it. I ain't dead yet. You don't get to blackmail me into getting the truth out of you. If you're only going to tell the truth, if I hide your fuck-ups, then it's not the fucking truth, dumbass. Just like when it comes to the truth with me, hiding my fuck-ups is not the truth. It's a problem with all of my predators. They know, same as the rest of you fucking idiots, that it's got nothing to do with right or wrong. It's got to do with popularity, it's got to do with money, it's got to do with looks, it's got to do with a lot of political bullshit that isn't the law. It has to do with the propaganda that you sell. Yes, I see plainly and clearly every fucking day that there are actual schizophrenics out here, actual delusional people, actual people who are violent. Like the situation with Molly. A lot of people said they'd do a lot of different things, didn't they? Does it look like I'm not making an effort? Sounds to me like the people that said they was gonna just drag their feet and change it over and talk about the Lord instead now. Well, fine. I still need the help and the issue's still ongoing. Boogers are gross. Man, let's see if my fucking tobacco pipe will work any better. Nope, nothing in it. Tobacco. I still have my recording device on because I am still at the church. I just had to get the hell out of there. Fuck all this shit. Oh, it's just nasty. It's grosser out of a pipe than it is without a filter. I think Molly just got into a minivan and left, so I can probably go inside without too much issue. As far as Robert goes, he's come up and talked to me twice since I started this recording, so. See, while you guys pretend that I'm crazy, I gotta deal with actual crazies. This is fucked up bullshit. Nobody should have to go through. They don't have family that gives a shit. Thank you, Mr. Farnsworth.
He didn't mean to say anything inappropriate. That guy, he didn't know. I told him you were involved with that heavily. So
It's okay.
people,
I talk to you guys when I'm not having a panic attack. It's easier for me to record. So sometimes I just sit in
well, just sit down and relax. Don't. I gotta go use the restroom too, Louis. Why don't you sit here a minute? But Jeff didn't mean anything by it. He didn't know I just said you're involved with that and you help families. So it's, I told it to Jim too, because everybody makes a difference.
Yes,
right?
they do.
Yes, ma'am. Many hands make the light work.
Yeah, what you can contribute.
You need a bag, huh?
Gotta have a bag.
Yeah.
Some of it, yeah. Some of it, yeah. Especially. Let's say the human side. But it's only like human. Yeah, it's human. I like
I hope he doesn't have 8 heads in a duffel bag like he was saying. He probably don't, but yeah, it would probably freak me out to find out he was the next Jeffrey Dahmer. Like telling me, what do they call him? Harmless. I'm like, that's not exactly harmless. Running up on people, you're gonna beat them up and you're gonna kill them and call them Chinese and shit like that. No, they get people murdered.
You're not gonna listen. I raised 4 kids.
Oh God, Molly and Robert going at it. This is beautiful. I'm not looking.
No, actually now it's 27. 15.
17, that's the gap. What about? Since I was what's that?
Hey, thank you for feeding the filthies.
She needs a plastic bag.
I'm just waiting on Lewis. I said I'm just waiting on Lewis at the moment.
Oh, yeah?
I don't have to leave by myself.
Yeah, for sure.
I had a window shatter on my car
Yeah, that's what you were saying.
and an exploding coffee cup.
Wow.
Right? They gotta put that on a sci-fi movie. Nicole, right?
Yes.
Thank you for explaining the whole Narcan thing last time.
You're welcome. Did you grab some today?
No, I don't. I have 2 of them in my vehicle, and
Okay.
I haven't found any dead people here. So
Oh, that's always good.
yes, ma'am.
We prefer them to not be dead.
It's also really useful when you can ask somebody who knows a little something about it before grabbing it.
Yeah, because you don't want to use it on yourself and you're on a prescription medicine and then it counteracts that. That'd be terrible.
Well, I'd never use it on myself. I don't do drugs, but I out here you meet a lot of people,
Yeah, that's true.
and them damn filthy blues.
Oh, they're bad right now.
Yeah, I got some messages from folks in Colorado. Same thing there.
Scary times.
Yes, ma'am.
Scary times. You have a great week.
Yes, ma'am. I'm actually leaving with Lewis, so I have an escort.
Okay, cool.
Yes, ma'am.
Almost out.
Got enough for a half hour.
Good night. You still hanging around? You still hanging around?
Nah, he went up and around the building, but Molly's still here.
I saw you talking to that guy.
Well, he come up and talked to me twice. I also held the door open for him.
Did you say sorry?
No.
No.
You won't be.
Well, he started talking sane for a few seconds, and then he started getting all nutty again.
He must be doing some kind of drug or something. I don't know.
I think that's probably the case. You guys still up by the warehouse?
Yeah, where we were last night? Yeah. We'll be there for a few days. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we're down.
You got something hanging under your car there on the ground.
Yeah, that's my muffler.
You want to get that up.
I can't get underneath my car. It's got 4 inches of clearance, and my head is 6.5 inches wide at least.
You have
Ooh,
to,
check this out, bro.
you have to put
You
it on the
know,
curb.
we're all in PT Cruiser. The white PT Cruiser behind it, where you parked.
Yeah.
I'm bad at it. Good night.
Good night.
He was bringing it. Yeah, I think he's going to get some wire, and maybe we can go down. You know where we park usually?
Yeah.
Where we usually do? Drive the passenger side up onto the curb. You know what I mean? So it'll be like a jack, and it won't fall.
Yeah, but I'd have to get up from the front or the back to get into where it's at, because I still wouldn't be able to fit between the top part of the curb and that anyway. I did think about that. I actually grabbed a couple of boards with the intention of doing that just with the front end, but it
Wire it up.
yeah.
We'll figure
How do you like my window?
what happened.
Apparently my coffee cup exploded.
What?
Yeah, I thought somebody busted my window or something, but the cop went and looked at the camera and said that it was my coffee cup exploding.
No joke.
No
Oh,
joke.
no. So you
Really?
have a window.
No.
Whoa.
It's cold.
Yeah.
Oh,
You gotta get.
We got that plastic. So.
I don't have it anymore. That was in your
I got
truck.
some in my car somewhere.
All right.
Yeah, because I had my van last year didn't have front windows. We had screens so the cats couldn't get them. I didn't.
Yeah,
The
we had
windows
chicken
were
wire,
broken. Yeah.
but kept the cats in.
I think
I
it's
mean,
a little
all winter,
too late
I
in the
didn't
day to go
have-
panhandling, ain't it?
I made a window.
I don't know. I don't know. Say, but
I think I'm gonna go try to make something. Shit, going through all these hoops, to try to make all these different places happy, and ain't none of them helping me. But they tell me if I jump through all these hoops that they'll help me, and then at the end of the jumping through all the hoops, they tell me, "Oh, well, we don't do that." Like, what the fuck do you? Oh yeah, you get paid every fucking month because you still have me on your goddamn roster. Ugh. That's what pisses me off about all these different agencies that are supposed to be helping us out here. They're all taking over for social services, but the thing is that they're not doing the jobs of mandated reporters. They're not doing any of the stuff the social services is supposed to do. And they say they can't. But they're not. They also got a tire that didn't come down.
Oh, I seen one come off before. One entrance, it fell off the plane.
Oh, they're lifting them up. Yeah, it probably just pulled one up before the other two. Yes, sir. Yep. All right, so just in case a situation with these people, I do record. That's no guarantee. But on the bright side, since they now know that I record, they're less likely to do something fucking stupid. Obviously, I gotta try to fix my window. That ought to be fun. And of course, with it being recorded, if Molly want to be all pretendy about anything happening, it's recorded. Of course, if she goes pretending, I'll probably get arrested, and then they'll pretend it doesn't exist, as always. That's the thing, is that it don't matter how much evidence is on the fucking internet. I gotta get them bastards to see it. And they're not even gonna look at it if it's just my word versus the fucking predators. I'm the homeless one. I'm the one who's disabled. I'm the one who's broke. I'm the one with no real friends or family. Didn't matter how good I was to people. In the end, all that mattered was that I had a dick. That's the problem with you fucking ass munches. You want to pretend that all men are predators and all women are victims, and the reality of it is men are victimized far more than women. They just don't say nothing. The only category where women are victimized more than men is in the category of rape. In every other instance, it is men primarily who are targeted. When somebody is telling you about abuse that they're going through, if you actually care about them, you'll help them turn it in. And that's what showed that each and every one of these people was a fucking liar. That none of these people were my friend or ever were. Because they never even tried to help me turn it in. Not one. That doesn't mean that I'm not grateful for the things that people did for me that was good and positive. With Mandy Singer, that was a waste of time and a waste of money, wasn't it? Well, no, it wasn't. She was at least able to look at evidence and speak up on YouTube. The problem is we never got to the court part because of her own family issues. And that's one of the things about paying somebody to do a job, is that it's a job you're paying them to do. You're paying them money to do that job. If they refuse to do that job after taking your money, or when they take your money and tell you that they're going to get supplies and parts and pieces in order to do so, and then they still don't do that job, well, all of those instances and cases are situations where, of course, people can get into a lot of trouble for taking advantage of me, especially since that is my disability money that they fucked with. Now, with Mandy Singer, she could get into a lot of trouble for what she did. But the other thing is, so can a lot of other people. With Mandy Singer, with me being there, I can verify that her story is true. I can verify the things that she told me. Now, whether she ripped me off intentionally or on accident is arbitrary. Because I'm not trying to get this shit out there so these people all have to go to prison. That's the thing about a lot of folks saying, it's not my fault, it's not my fault. I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm being abused because of a situation that you can speak up about. Your words do show that that fucking situation is bullshit. When you make a mistake, that's on you. 100%. When your mistakes get others injured and killed, I understand why you guys want to hide with your fucking tails between your legs. But that's not what I do, because unlike you, I'm not a coward. When there's an issue, I understand that most of you fucking pieces of shit are just gonna fucking procrastinate. You're never gonna lift a goddamn finger to help another human being. You're just gonna talk about it. When it comes to someone being abused, you either step up to the plate or you don't. I've had to take a lot of abuse because people wanted to tell me bullshit. They wanted to give me empty promises. With Mandy Singer, at least she looked at some of that stuff and verified it to be true. Mandy Singer's help ended up being complete and total waste of my fucking time as far as court went. The thing is, I needed Mandy Singer's help going through that evidence and turning in the son of a bitches that needed to be turned in, including Scott DaCosta and Leslie Snell and Robert Franklin Mornick. Especially after all the shit that they pulled to make sure that I was incarcerated under false pretenses. They intentionally misled the situation. And not one of you gives a shit. This is the thing, is that in all these years of fucking abuse, none of you have lifted a goddamn finger to actually help. If you're not making calls with me to these places, then it's their word versus mine and I lose. It's that fucking simple. When I go to turn something in, there needs to be a friend or family member with me at all points. I am having to deal with these people so that I am not taken advantage of. It happens often. It is prevalent, especially among the homeless and the disabled communities. And you're not doing a goddamn thing to stop it while telling me I should be fucking grateful for a fucking sandwich. I am grateful for the fucking sandwich, asswipe. The problem isn't a matter of not being grateful. It's a matter of taking abuse. And between being grateful for a sandwich but pissed off at you because you lied to me about every other goddamn thing, you know, it'd be better just to let me starve to death. Shannon Alvarado has not come forward to this day, with the courts or otherwise, about Kara Johnston Miles and her involvement in this bullshit. We've got her recorded talking about it on my YouTube channel, but that's not the same, is it? Yay, I got a broken e-cigarette. Anyway, let's get the fuck out of here. I wanted to make sure that all my predators were long gone before taking off. Move my tablet, because if it flies out the window, then I lose all of that evidence too. The problem is not having a place to go through this fucking evidence. I have to be able to process it. I can't do that without the tools necessary for such a thing. Now, if I could move all my shit not into storage, but get it to somebody who will actually fucking look at it. That's the thing that really showed me that Mandy Singer just didn't understand. When I was saying, hey, I need a safe place for my fucking evidence, and she's talking about putting it in her daughter's garage. Like, no, that's not a steady place. That's not a safe place for it. And it sure as hell isn't going to get looked at there. What's going to happen is it's just going to sit there and sit there and sit there until they move, and then they go through and say, well, I don't know who shit this is. We should probably just toss it. Or, oh, it's been there for a couple of years. He ain't coming back for it. Let's just toss it. Like, fucking A, you fucking pieces of shit. It's fucking evidence. No, I'm not going to fucking call that a safe place. What are you going to do if I get fucking arrested with all that evidence? You're going to ignore the goddamn situation. And that's the thing, is that, you know, Mandy ended up getting a free computer out of the deal. As far as the work that she actually did, there was no follow-through on any of it. And I have to understand that it's because of all the shit that was going on in her life at that point in time. But no, if you're not speaking up about it, you rip me off. That is as simple as it is. If that shit actually happened, then you would have no problems coming forward in court or to the police about it. Kind of like Desiree. When Desiree stole all of my things there so that she could try to make some money. That was a fucked up situation, and then she wanted to blame it on that Kevin McGregor guy in Cheyenne, right across the street from the Camilla shelter. And on this channel, we got several calls in Cheyenne trying to turn that guy in. Not for the theft of my things, because really, Desiree stole that shit. She wanted rescued from an abusive fucking trap house, but then she's a drug addict, so she went back to that trap house. All the way back to that fucking trap house, because she knew they had meth, and I wasn't going to help her get meth in Sidney, Nebraska. That's the thing, you guys are fucking cruel as shit. You think it's okay to treat people like this, and it's absolutely fucking not. Alright, my vehicle is overheating already, so I'm going to pull over. Good to be rid of you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper. No victim left behind. I'd go around this fella. Right. Oh, I got to pee. Alright, I'm at McDonald's. I don't see any of my predators here, so we're good to go. Obviously, there was no altercations, no corpses, no dismemberments, nothing of that nature. Nobody getting chased with hatchets or axes. Here's the thing. I've been abused horribly over people's paranoia. Repeatedly over people's paranoia, and it's not the paranoia you think. They're not paranoid that I'd hurt them. They're trying to twist literally every part of my life into something they can pretend like they're the victim, but that ain't the fucking case. Me speaking up doesn't make them the victim. Me being angry about the abuse that I have to fucking endure goddamn daily. Fuck no. Don't be such a stupid fucking cunt. You're gonna have to put a bullet in my head to shut me up, bitch.